Hello, everybody. It's time to continue Arthur's challenge. I made it to level 30. I think I should at the very least get to 50 today. Possibly even 60 if things go particularly well. I'm not exactly very worried. I have all my mowers. I have really good plants already. Wasabi? No, it's a fire plant. I'll go with straw burst. I can probably make more use out of a straw burst. Okay, we have a good amount of threats here. Hello, Zombert, Sass, PvZ2 gameplay. Almost forgot to get music ready. Let's go with Zombotany. We have Kings, both Wizard types, Guards, Dark Explorers, Bandits, Castle Heads. We've got the whole gang. The only thing missing is Jester, I think. Is there anything else that's missing? Okay. What do I want to use here? Let's go with Fume Shroom. No, let's go with Coconut Cannon. Icy Current is coming back from the dead? What do you mean by that? Is Reflourished getting Icy Current? Oh, one flag. Okay. Oh, this will be an easy level then. Kind of a lot of zombies to pack into one flag. But okay, game, sure. Let's see if I can get... Yep, there we go. I can get that shot nicely lined up. Cool. I got extremely lucky with the plants in this endless. Like, even I was surprised by it. I've had some pretty lucky endless zones, but this is probably the luckiest. So that's how I have Power Lily and Imitator already. So far, the unluckiest endless has been Wild West, because I had to wait till, like, the 90s to get Power Lily. That was not fun. Let's see, Sticky Bomb? Sticky Bomb could be neat. No, I'm not bringing Zucchini. He let me down. He let me down in Lost City. I haven't forgiven him yet. I'm sorry. I have no idea how Sticky Bomb, like, plant food performs. So I will pair this up with Fume as a kind of backup. One flag again. Not bad. That means I can experiment with Sticky Bomb, and if it goes badly, it goes badly. But it's not going to ruin everything immediately. Can I get some sun in here, please? Thank you. Are you kidding me? Okay, plant food spam time. Oh, that is a necromancy that happened. Well, I'm gonna have to try stalling this. For one power lead? I think I only need one power lily recharge to stall it for if I can get through this without using power lily. Okay. Okay. I've done it. Sticky Bomb is not a plant food to spam. Acid Lemon I know is a plant food to spam, even outside of Big Wave Beach. Yeah, Power Lily Imitator Tile Turnip is a completely broken combo for basically every Endless. Wizard cannot Sheep Imitator. I think if it attempts to, it will just target something else. Probably. It'll probably just hit something else, or it just will fail. It definitely can't Sheep Imitator while it's transforming. Okay, let's go with the simple, safe option of Fume Shroom here. Three flags, the first proper level here. You might be thinking, why am I putting the tile turnips that far back? And it's so that imps from Gargs don't eat the fume shrooms when they're thrown. They could force me to use more plant food than I'd like otherwise. Okay, that should be enough sun. It was a bit of a rough first flag, but it's okay. And we're at the second flag already? Okay. Hello, tile turnip. Wait. I have an idea. There we go. Reflourished doesn't have a fusion plant, they have a plant that happens to have been... that comes from a mod that also did a collab with Fusion. That's very different. Frozen Pear is not a fusion plant, it's a collab plant with a mod that also did a collab with Fusion. So, it doesn't... like, I think if Reflourished were to do a collab with PvZ Fusion, I'd be all for it. Hello, King Jester Castlehead combo. How does Acid Lemon? I'm not trusting Acid Lemon. I mean, the plant food wouldn't get deflected. I'm doing it. I don't care what you say, I'm doing this. It's only one flag, so if it goes wrong, it's not a big deal. I am not cooked. So far, no jester spam. So what was that about me being cooked, chat? Zombert mad at Zomboss's attack, sure. Headbutter. Oh, the really funny thing is, I think Headbutter, when it does use butter, will actually trigger Jester's Reflect. Because for some reason it flings the butter instead of just having a buttery melee attack. Why are you like this? Anyway, I'm using you. Ooh. I'm using you anyway. I want to see what your plant food is like. And I will bring the backup plant food, just in case. Well, I guess you're getting away. Oh well. You're not, though. How did you get buttered? You are just like a bald stun with barely any damage. Interesting, but not that useful for plant food spam, unfortunately. Oh wait, actually I don't need to use Fume Shroom. Puffball just clears the final wave. Electric Pea Shooter is probably one of the better attackers. I know it kind of falls off in Endless, but maybe the plant food spam can make up for that. It's something that works against Jesters. I probably should have picked Pumpkin, but I want to try and make Electric Pea Shooter do something. And then I don't even get Jesters. Yes, I'm for real. I think it might be a case of the plant food is bad on its own, but like if you actually pair it up with more of itself, it gets pretty decent, maybe. I do like the issue with it is it doesn't really seem to do a whole lot. But also a lot of its projectiles just end up missing anyway. But if you've got 5 of them firing projectiles at everything, that's still going to add up to a lot of damage. That's the idea anyway. an idea that might be flawed. Dear, that was bad. I know it was only the one electric pea shooter, but it's even worse than I remember the plant food being. Okay, that killed a couple of zombies. See, it can work. Slowly expanding out my sun field. Okay, yeah, that's actually doing damage now. See? It actually does work when you've got multiple electric pea shooters doing plant food at a time. It's still a bad plant food effect, but most plant food effects can still work when you've got tile, turnip, power lily, and imitator power lily. Even the bad ones. Yeah, Requiem electric pea shooter plant food is really satisfying. It basically just the projectiles like spray out a whole solid ring of projectiles. Each projectile is quite weak, but there are so many of them it adds up to a lot. It's a really satisfying plant food and a really strong one too. Hello, Necromancy Gargantua. That's a thing? I mean, it might have happened in an earlier level, but I didn't. But wait, that means the I'm not crazy, right? That wasn't on the seed select. So that means the necromancies aren't properly displayed on seed select. Why not? Necromancy should be that. What? Based on my understanding of Endless Zones, Necromancy should work perfectly fine with how they display the zombies on the seed select. Just like Low Tide would display the zombies that are only in the low tides, the same should happen with Necromancies. So the only explanation I have is that for some reason, Reflourished made it so the necromancies have the same kind of randomization as sandstorms when you don't need to do that. You have the ability to configure what zombies are necromancy, like, just naturally in the endless zone. Why would they make it operate using the same bad rules that sandstorms do? Ah. Now I have to live with the looming presence of potential gargantuars in any level. That's fun. Missile toast does not work for plant food spam, really. So... do I go for like a more normal strat? I have Dark Summoners, so I need to back it up with something else anyway. Frozen Pear, honestly, is not too much of an anti-synergy because of how slow Missile Toast attacks. And the fact it often will ignore entire rows temporarily to target other ones. Okay, and then I go with like Ink Pear early. Now, I think I go with this. Fume Shroom will filter out the Dragon Imps, so I should be okay. This is the only issue, is I don't have all the frozen pairs up yet, so it's not properly filtering, because I need the walls to support the fumes for the second summons. There we go. That wizard is kind of annoying me. I'm gonna have to double up on the fumes, aren't I? I also didn't actually bring proper stalling for the guards. So it's a good thing this isn't a 3 or 4 flag level. That's honestly my biggest mistake. It's not underestimating the summoners, it's underestimating the guards for once. There we go. Honestly, I might have even been able to make it through a 3 flag, but definitely not at 4. Let me just not let you sheep anything else, please, thank you. None of these are good. Lawnmowers carried hard, definitely. Well, this is a simple level that's gonna spam Gogs and Dragon Imps at me. Let's go for the old reliable. Still don't really have like a proper way to combo something with this. I don't have a great stalling option. I don't really want to use Missile Toe. I want something that slows. I'll go with caramel popcorn. You know what? Why not? And I need boing because I have nothing that properly clears the graves. Does that work on you? Yes, it does. Good. And with this, with 5 tile turnips, I don't think the zombies can get past, because I can just put down more holly barriers and create the impenetrable wall. Okay, I'm gonna have to get a permanent boing down, maybe multiple. Oh, hello again! So you're not even a rare occurrence. That's scary to know. Oh my goodness. Alright, let's get more sun back. The grave spawns are way more aggressive than I realised they would get. Occupy all the closest tiles and let the zombies destroy the ones that I place further away, so hopefully the graves fill up the right side and not the left. I want to point out this is not how necromancies work in any normal endless. This is a reflourished thing, for some reason. Oh, no you don't. Like, necromancies usually do display the zombies on the seed select, including necromancies in endless. We need Tomb Tangler. Gotta stack those slows together, don't we? The one slow that actually stacks with other slowing effects. For some reason. I filled up the whole lawn. Fine, since the game wants me to pick it so badly. I'm sure it'll work out this time. Am I okay with Fume being my only grave clearing? Okay, I'm gonna have to do another plant feed before I can get to the 1000 mark. Come on. Oh, what are you doing, dodging the zucchini? Okay. I glanced down at chat for like 2 seconds, and then it ended up being a lot more than 2 seconds somehow. I'm gonna have to do that. I guess I can't actually pay attention to chat because I actually do need to be constantly on my game with this strat because it's not actually that good of a strat. There we go. Okay, things are stable again. Both dark summoners and grid items are kind of bad for Zucchini. Okay. I'm probably not using Zucchini again in Arthur's challenge. It's definitely not a good endless for it. Okay. Jester is here. The whole gang is here except Gold, pretty much. Let's go for the standard fume shroom shenanigans. Well, that's gonna be a pickled pepper then. Come on, just a little more sun. Okay, I guess I'm waiting for you then. Okay. I win. What I do love is just how Fume Plant Food Spam can trigger multiple waves in a row quite easily. So it speeds up the levels quite a lot. Hello, Time Warp. It's about time you showed up. I see Gargantua over here. I would love to have Explodovine. Oh well. At least there aren't a lot of starting graves in this level, and it's one flag. Okay. Pumpkin, probably kind of not necessary. You know what, actually, it could be useful for protecting, in the early game, these sun producers. Just a little bit more sun. There we go. Now I get all fumes. And look, there's an L to represent the zombies losing badly. Wait, Primal Sun. I wasn't going to pick Twin Sun, but I think Primal is worth bringing for the health, because I'm using plant food in the early game anyway. Primal Sun can basically replace Sunshine, since I can afford it immediately. And this should be an easy level to test that out and make sure it actually works. And doesn't actually make it harder for me. Without setting up binds? What, you mean key binds? I do have key binds. I have hotkeys for all the seed slots. So yeah, Primal Sunflower. I will see if this works better, the same, or worse than Sunshroom. Okay, immediate issue is if I do have to wait a bit to get the second tile turnip. So it is slightly worse in the early game, which I kind of expected anyway. Triple pair, oops. Let's get rid of the summoner. And time. Oh, that was annoying timing from you. Thank you very much for taking out that Primal Sun right before it got plant fed. Dark Summoners are truly the worst zombie in the early game here. In this Endless, they are honestly one of the most annoying zombies to deal with. Oh my goodness, can you not? And I have to get down you. Why are you like this? Why are you actually a threat? All you do is summon imp dragons. Once I have 5 fume shrooms, it's easy. The issue is getting to 5. This is why I prefer the plant food effects that hit the full board, because then I only need like 1 or 2 to already be defending. Hopefully that'll drag everything on screen. There we go. Okay, this reveal would have to be a pretty big one to beat Tiger Grass. Tiger Grass the goat. It's not a plant food spam plant, but it's still a good plant. And honestly, I feel like I am more comfortable with Sunshroom than Primal Sun. Okay. Now I just need to pair you up with something that helps you out. Like Turkey Pole. Tiger Grass, for one thing, has AoE attacks. It's the only, like, plant-aligned zombie that hits AoE, not single target. For another thing, in the case of, like, Reflourished, Tiger Grass simply has very overtuned stats. It does way more damage than it, and has way more health than it should do, really, for its cost. And secondly, anything that's like a plant-aligned zombie is good in Endless for stalling gargantuars, which obviously aren't present in this level outside of maybe necromancies, but it's very relevant in general. Being able to stall gargs with fodder like that is extremely important. Like, Turkey Pulse specifically is essentially just a pure stalling plant in Endless. It doesn't really have the health to persist and do a lot of damage most of the time, but it stalls. And stalling is good, especially when it stalls guards. And then, on top of that, if you do combine multiple plants that summon, they kind of improve each other, in the same way that the zombies get a lot better at dealing with your zombies, your minions, when they're in large numbers. The same is also true of your own minions getting better in large numbers. The funniest thing about Tiger Grass being overtuned is that not only did Reflourished nerf it in every stat from vanilla, they nerfed it again in an update after its release and it's still broken. Like, they knew Tiger Grass was a bit too good, they nerfed it, it's still too good. But then we also have Iris, which is arguably even better. At least because of its plant food, because of its compatibility with plant food spam in Endless. And being a staller that also is a summoner. A stalling summoner is just ridiculous, having the ability to both slow down the zombies and delay them because you're summoning things. Iris is probably overall even more broken than Tiger Grass. Of course, it also has the advantage of not killing your ears by being really loud. Okay, let's take out that huge crowd. And yeah, although these plants probably can't actually kill all the zombies on their own, they're able to hold them off long enough for me to just cycle my instas. Wow, that Tiger Grass actually got eaten. Cool. Dark Summoners still proving to be the most annoying zombies, even with this strat. ball, please. Thank you. I do not care for those castle heads. Oh my goodness, they are absolutely crowding that road. Oh, I got an imp hair stun. That's amazing. Just what I needed to keep that row stable. Yeah, as far as I can tell, column 1 necromancy is not going to happen. I haven't seen any tombstones spawn in the 3 leftmost columns. Or even, was it 3 or even 4? I think it was 3. Let's see. I think this will be a fume shroom level. Yeah, probably. I'm gonna add you to the favorites, actually. Although you're not the best plant food effect, you're not a bad one. Oh, that's fun. That's definitely a very fun wave 1. Oh, there aren't so many tombstones in this particular level. This one will be easy. Look at how bare the lawn is. And then immediate wave 1 tombstone spam. I think I can pickled pepper those two. As long as they don't separate too much from walk speed luck. There we go. Oh, of course you didn't go far enough to eat the imp pear. Why would you? Take that. Okay, I win. Nope. Oh. Oh. The extra plant foods I had to use for that were unlucky. But also, hello double Garg Necromancy. Need to make sure to have meat shields in front of my fume shrooms so they don't get sheeped. I need to wait for one recharge of Power Lily. Excuse me? Actually, wait, no, I can just kill you because they're almost recharged. Haze Shroom. Now, you might be wondering, why do I care that much about Haze Shroom? Surely countering wizards sheeping plants isn't that big of a deal when I'm going to be killing everything really fast anyway? I'll tell you why it's a big deal. Haze Shroom has a broken plant food effect that will do way more damage and be way more overall effective than Fume Shroom. This thing hits in 3 rows with more damage, or at least as much damage as Fume Shroom. It doesn't have the knockback, but it doesn't need the knockback. Wait, have I still not hearted that? That's crazy, I thought I had. So yeah. I don't need wizards, although they are here, to make this a good plant to choose. I have no idea if jesters can deflect these projectiles, but it also doesn't matter because the plant food isn't projectile based. I'll bring Pumpkin to help against imps. The single tombstone. However shall I cope? What should there be another 10? Oh! I was honestly expecting a bunch to spawn on wave 1 again. Okay, let's test. Okay. So the projectiles I do have to worry about potentially getting deflected. It's not the end of the world though. Oh, you didn't get caught by that. Cool. I'm very confused because it feels like it does more damage to zombies than it does to grid items. Because the gravestones survive it, but the zombies take like 2 extra ticks of damage, I think. I can only assume that the plant food is probably bugged and will get fixed at some point to do less damage to zombies. Or actually, wait, did it get shadow fixed somehow? There hasn't been an update, has there? Now I'm extra confused, because I've seen it one-shotting bucket heads. Still covers 3 rows, it's gonna be good enough. Okay, yeah, see, the Garg died from 3 of them. Maybe it's really inconsistent. Ooh. I wonder if it does, like, damage on each tile. And, like, if a zombie's between tiles, it gets hit twice or something. And obviously Gargs have quite a wide hitbox, so they almost always get hit twice. I think they sometimes get hit 3 times. It's supposed to do 600, but seems to inconsistently do more than that to most zombies. So I'm thinking I might be right, where it does 600 damage to, like, every individual tile in its range. In its, like, 3-row range for the plant food effect. And hitboxes mean that some zombies get hit multiple times. Because you can see some zombies like Gargs end up flashing multiple times, which means they're taking multiple instances of damage. The massive plane in assault airspace. Oh, the Arbiter X, considering that takes multiple rows as well as being quite a wide hitbox, yeah, that's probably just going to get completely obliterated by that. Oh, Ice Bloom? Ice Bloom. I don't quite know what this level is. Excuse me? This is the I'm not even going to bother using Power Lily level. Like, I just need good piercing. If I had Laser Beam, that would just filter everything. I don't have Laser Beam though, so I have to do a bit more work than that. Probably going to be Fume Shroom. Ice Bloom. I'm fine dealing with some random necromancies. I'll have instas for them if they decide to spawn Gorgs. I don't need Puff Shroom if I've got Impair, actually. Cherry Bomb, Pickled Pepper. Boing to help deal with the grid items. And Time Warp to help in case of bad necromancies. I'm gonna see if I can even go as far as doing this without plant food. Because, I mean, just that zombie selection is so bad. They're not gonna be able to do anything. I get a Fume Shroom in a row, and the only threat that remains are wizards. One Fume Shroom in a row, that's all that can threaten it. Actually, now I think about it, does one Fume actually solo Jester? I'm not sure if it does. Comes pretty close though, and a second Fume Shroom definitely does. Okay, it doesn't quite solo a Jester. Which is funny when you consider that they are supposed to be a counter to Jesters, that's like what they're introduced for. Okay. I just put down some more Fume Shrooms and I should be good against Wizards too. Rally Flag Zombie being the actual most threatening zombie in the level, honestly. Oh, I spoke too soon. We got an Arcane Shepherd. I suppose with this wizard spam, I should have expected one Arcane Shepherd to show up at some point. So, what now? Boom Balloon for the plant food shenanigans? I think that's worth. Zombos, are you even trying? Hold on. Okay. I have a very funny idea. I'm definitely still going to... Honestly, your plant food does poison the road, right? Obviously there's a slightly better option. There is an elephant in the room here that this would do better. But this would be funnier. I will need boing though. Oh, only one flag? That's a shame. I misplaced the tile turnip. Oh well. I meant to do tile turnip in column 1. Threatening singular wizard? Singular knight. So that was a level. I don't know. I don't think Zombos is in charge of the Endless Zones, because he would not be that dumb. Nothing particularly useful there. This seems like an actual level. Barely. Just because it has wizards, I guess. It's certainly something. It's got wizard and king, so it has health and something to support that health. I don't think it's going to be that threatening, though. I feel like the endless zones might just be the zombies operating on their own without a leader. That's why they're so disorganized. Come on. Save up 50 more sun. There we go. Yeah, those two knights took different amounts of damage. One of them got hit twice and the other one only got hit once, I think. Nice try, but you can't sheep my plants. Okay, I guess you can sometimes. You know what would be funny? If kings could actually knight imp pair imps. They just completely counter imp pair. Same for the great zucchini zombies. It would be very funny if kings could just knight the completely neutral zombies that you turn them into. Make zombies more annoying by having less counters. Oh well, I messed up and wasted a plant food, whatever. Nothing can survive haze shroom plant food in a salt air space. Goodbye, zombies. I'm fully predicting Gargs next. Called it. Camo, general camo when a fantasy mushroom rolls up and one-shots his entire army. I'm guessing 2 flags on this level. Oh, I'm on a roll. Okay, that gesture is a little worrying. Oh, thank you, Grave Spawn. That is not a sentence I expected to ever say, but those graves really actually helped me. That time warp. Calculated? Probably overkill by a lot, but I don't care. Probably should have brought Pumpkin. Oh well. Oh, nice. Stall things out a little bit. Okay, pickled pepper. Perfectly stalled. No gargantuars. There are kings, jesters, bandits, castle heads, dark explorers. Let's do fume shroom this time. I'm on level 50, and looking at how long the stream's gone, this will probably be the final level. Ooh. Yeah, no, I think it'll still be the final level of the stream. 20 levels in one stream is pretty good for Endless, past, like, the first set. The first stream in a new Endless Zone often gets, like, 30, but after that... I think I can just pickled pepper you. Yeah, after the first stream, the levels slow down a fair bit, and I think 20 levels in a stream is not bad. Pickled pepper needs a longer recharge. Man. That wasn't that long at all between pickled peppers. There we go. And with that, I'm halfway through Arthur's challenge. Wait, does pickled pepper have a faster recharge than cherry? Okay, let me check that in the almanac. If it has a quicker recharge, that is ridiculous. It should not have a faster recharge than cherry bomb. So cherry bomb is 50. With pickled pepper... There it is. 40? Why? What? Grape shot is 60, pomegranate is 50. Pomegranate is just better cherry bomb, honestly. The way it spreads out the damage. Grape shot at 60, fair, is slower than cherry bomb, as it should be. Puffball is 50. I guess that's one advantage pickled pepper has over puffball. Aside from also being better against gargs and the like. 40-second recharge. What the hell were the Reflourished devs thinking? I'm at a loss for words. What do you mean most casuals wouldn't know how to use pickled? You plant it and you kill a wave of zombies, including flag waves. It's not hard to use. And they had a whole... wasn't it one of the... They had a whole quest introducing the plant to people. So, showing how it can be used. 40-second recharge. Why? Like, okay, where's squash? Is that 30? 25. Okay, 25 on squash. 20 on potato mine. What about the other light insters? Hypno shroom. What's hypno shroom? 20. Guacador is 5. Lava guava 20. So most of the light insters are 20. Jalapeno is 35. Jalapeno is only 5 seconds quicker to recharge than pickled pepper. When was the last time you saw someone use jalapeno and they weren't either using a bowling bulb strategy or trying to specifically counter certain zombies, like barrel rollers and the like? Nisperia, let's check that. I feel like that might be 25 if I had to guess. 30, that one's actually quite a slow one. Which, honestly, is deserved. That's a 25 on salsa squash. But, shrinking violet 30. Why is pickled pepper 40 seconds? Like, we were talking about pickled pepper in the DLC edition on the Discord server yesterday, and I called pickled pepper essentially bargain bin doom shroom, which is what it is. It wipes out a wave. It is a bargain bin version of doom shroom. Why have you given it a quicker recharge than cherry bomb? Okay. After that crash out, thank you for watching. I will be back next week with more DLC edition and more Arthur's challenge. Thank you for watching. That's it for today.